Guys, I'm finally in a different spot in my house recording this. I am actually in the middle of meal prepping. I need to do my breakfast for the week, but I felt very moved to talk about this topic today, and so I just wanted to take a break from my meal prep and sort through these thoughts with you. I'm so happy that you're here joining me for another episode of Soulful Living with Megs. It has been such a lovely journey so far, and I say this a lot, but that's okay. I'm just very grateful for your support and all of your kind words, and the love that I feel around me is so immense and so present, and I it made me think about life in general and how profound life is. And right now, as I'm recording, it's a Sunday and it's rainy in Vancouver. Shocker. I'm really over this weather. We're supposed to be in spring and it's pouring rain. Anyways, yesterday I spent most of my Saturday outside because it was 18 degrees and truly the one of the first days in weeks that felt like spring, and we were working towards a summer of outside, and it was amazing. And everybody in Vancouver was basically out and about, and I was on a really long walk and I had my music in, but I went and sat down at a park bench and overlooked the ocean. And I'm so grateful that I live where I live right now and being in close proximity to the seawall and the ocean. 10 years ago, Megan didn't think that she'd be sitting here saying this, and I think it's just so wonderful that I'm here and I feel very grateful for it. But I was people watching as I'm sitting on this bench, and I'm reflecting during this walk of just how much love and support and light is around me. And while I was at the gym in the morning prior to this walk, I got a text from one of my really good friends, Jaden. She calls me Sunshine all the time, but she is Sunshine and just so warm. When I think about her, I just think of warmth. And she said something so kind to me, and I'm going to pull it up here, but it brought tears to my eyes, and I'll share a little bit of it. But she said, "I'm constantly in awe of who you are and who you're becoming. There is so much love around you, and every time Ainsley asks me to sing 'You Are My Sunshine,' I think of you and how I still see you in every sunshine, and you're one of the purest souls to walk the earth, and I'm forever grateful to know and love you." And obviously that moved me a lot, and clearly reading it back brings a lot of emotion up, because I don't know if that's the imposter syndrome in me of like, I can't believe people see me in that regard sometimes. But it makes me like so grateful for the people that I have in my life. And so I just love you guys and all of your support, but it made me reflect and think about humanity. And I understand there's so much going on in the world right now, and it's scary and it's sad and it's heartbreaking, and I'm not downplaying any of that. I know we have some terrible things happening right now, but as I'm sitting on this bench, people watching and seeing all these dogs go by and these kids running around, there were kids in front of me playing in the sand and on these logs, and it just reminded me of how humans are so beautiful and pure. Like when it comes down to a human, like we're so pure, and everyone was doing their own thing, and everyone's living in their own little world. But how incredible is it that we get to share moments of connection together and be a part of like one huge life while being in our own little worlds. It made me really thankful for this life that I have. And I want you to remember that your life has a lot of meaning. And I know I've said this before in past episodes with the reminders for your soul and you having this one beautiful long life, but it's so lovely to see and experience the world that we're in. And yes, there are bad things that happen, and I think there's always going to be, and it's very, very sad. But if we walk in this world with kindness and just remind ourselves to maybe think before we speak and act, and remember that we don't know what's going on in somebody else's life, just the importance of being kind and being who you are as you are is vital in this world. And my therapist reminds me of this a lot. You're amazing. I very much love our sessions. I tell you that, but I'm telling you again. And she always reminds me that who I am as I am right now is so worthy and so full of love and is infinitely whole as I am. I don't need to change myself or become somebody that I think I need to become to fit this mold, and then I will experience the love, because love is always surrounding me. And this brings me to something that I watched a reel the other day on Instagram, and I'll have to tag her in the credits here because what she said was so beautiful and very eloquent the way she described it. But she said, love is all around me because I exist. And she was referring to moments of connection from her past that she was reflecting on and kind of reminiscing and maybe missing parts of it. But then she reminded us that who you surround yourself and who you've been with, they reflect back what you already possess, and that you find what you seek and it is reflected back. And so maybe if you miss somebody from your past, like she was saying, it means that you might be craving the parts that already exist within you that you maybe just need to pull out a little bit more. And yes, missing somebody or reflecting on something that happened in your past is super normal, but it kind of takes away from the present moment of what your life is now and who you are now and how much you contribute now. And I thought it was so beautifully put. And again, you should check out her video. The way she said it, I mean, was just probably better than what I'm saying now. But the point is, like, I was thinking about that and me sitting on this park bench, like really taking in the present moment of the world around me. And it was such a special moment. And then it made me think, like, in every moment that I've been with anybody, whether it was a romantic relationship, whether it was being with my friends, like my friend Jaden, like who I talked about earlier, there's so much magic that happens that I feel within my soul. And I can't speak to everybody's experience when they're with me and how they feel, but I feel so much magic around me. And I realize that, yes, my beautiful friends that I have in life, whom I very much love, they are so magical as their own and their own being, but I'm also magical, and I'm bringing that magic into those experiences that I'm in because it's reflected back to me. And then when I'm with these incredible people in my life that I surround myself with, we just create something so powerful together. And I'm so grateful for this life. And I'm thinking about everybody right now who is going through a difficult time and who is experiencing a loss of a family member, or is going through some health related issues. I am holding space for you, and I want you to know that I'm sending you all of that love and all of that healing and that good energy. And it makes me so thankful for this life right now and what I'm currently doing in my present moment. And yeah, this was just all to say that there's so much good around you. You possess so much just as you are, as the human you are right now, that you are love, and love is around you because you exist and you seek what's reflected back to you. And I think that's so cool as humans, and that we can be in our own little world and have so many things going on, but then also come together and connect. And it's so special to be a part of. Yeah, I don't really know what the point of this was. Again, just a way to say I'm so grateful for you and for you being here and being alive. And it's so valuable and so appreciated. And I don't think I've ever mentioned this, but the music that you hear at the end is from one of my good friends, Sam. He actually was my teacher back in Calgary. He's such a talented creator, photographer. He's so talented and so well-rounded with all of this knowledge, but I can't remember if it was when I moved or just after, but he was making all of these tracks we have a little group of us that are dancers, and you guys are amazing. You know who you are. I love you so much. But he made these tracks on his computer of different like rhythms and songs and things like that. And he made this specific track for me that I play at the end of every episode because I thought it was so fitting. And the title that he said, he named it Solace in the Dark. And I appreciate you for thinking of me in that way, Sam, that you see that sun within me, even though there's darkness in the world, and even when I'm filled with darkness, because it's inevitable that I feel really difficult things at times and feel very dark, but that you see that I'm able to shine some light within, and that radiates out into the world. And so I love playing it. I think it is really calming, and can't wait for your wedding with Rachel. You guys are spectacular, and helped him pick out his ring for his fiance. So love that for me. But yeah, I've never shared that with you guys, that was what it is and what that track is. And it's very special to me. So I can't wait to connect with you next Monday. I'm beyond elated that we get to spend these moments together. It truly means a lot to me. So I will see you next Monday. Goodbye.